Good morning, everybody. 30-minute yoga routine. These poses, some of these poses are meant to help you prepare for and recover from homecoming. All right, we're going to start with the normal warm-up, though, in child's pose. Remember, with child's pose, the goal is maximum comfort. You make any kind of adjustments that you want or need to in order to find yourself some maximum comfort. Second thing that we're doing right now is slowing down and controlling our breath. So we close our mouth and do a deep, deep inhale, trying to breathe from the belly. Followed by an equally large exhale. Deep, deep inhale. Deep, deep exhale. And then the third thing we're trying to accomplish right now is to mentally prepare for yoga by eliminating those distractions. So we take the super awesomeness of our weekend, and for the next 30 minutes, we push all of that out. Push any kind of distractions outside of the gym so that for the next 30 minutes, you can concentrate on yourself and your own personal yoga practice. All right, everybody, let's come on out of child's pose, cat and cow. As you set up for these poses on the mat, if your hand's on the mat, make sure you're using starfish fingers. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. On an inhale, you go to cow, bringing the belly towards the mat, tailbone and chest up towards the sky. Exhaling, cat, rounding your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. And go through this pose at your own pace. However fast you breathe, just inhale to cow and exhale to cat. And coming back to neutral, moving into spinal balance on an inhale, lifting up left arm, right leg. Exhale, back down to all fours. Switch, inhaling up right arm, left leg. Exhale, back down to all fours. Switch, inhale up. Exhale down, switch. Inhale up, exhale down, and then just like cat and cow, move through this pose at the same pace as your breath. Just always inhaling up and exhaling down. If you're feeling yourself losing balance on the up, you probably need to engage your core muscles. Engaging your core muscles will make moving through this pose a lot easier. And last one. Exhaling back down to all fours. Lifting up your hips, downward facing dog. And slowly walk your feet up towards your hands for a forward fold. Reverse swan dive up. That was our warm up. You want to tuck your shirt in now? We're about to do our sun salutations. All right. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to monkey. Exhale down through plank and crocodile. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, warrior one. And then exhale all the way right back down in through that plank and crocodile. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward, warrior one. Exhale all the way back down through that plank and crocodile. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk your feet up towards your hands for monkey. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, back to mountain. Second set, inhaling arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to monkey. Exhale through plank and croc. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Warrior one. Exhale, all the way back down. Plank and croc. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg forward, warrior one. Exhale, right back down, plank and crocodile. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk or jump your feet up towards your hands for monkey. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, back. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 poses today that are all meant to benefit you with
with your homecoming preparations. The first one, believe it or not, is just mountain pose. But let's go ahead and get into mountain first and we'll talk about it. Feet hip distance apart, gripping the mat with the four corners of the feet. Feet are engaged, quads are engaged, core is engaged, hands reaching down towards the mat. There is an art to, not an art, but technique to standing for hours on end. Just be mindful of spending equal amount of time on your left and right side. If you're the type of person that likes to hang out on one hip, that's all right, but then just be mindful, and after 5-10 minutes of that, switch on over to that other hip and spend equal amount of time on that hip, just for the natural building of it. The purpose of doing mountain for homecoming, it's really just about stretching and strengthening the calves. If you are gripping the mat with your feet, you are getting a mild workout there, and you are strengthening these calves. But just when I think about the standing, I always think about people just hanging out on one side. Just try to be mindful of spending equal time on that left and right side. All right, second pose is chair. Chair, strengthen these quads. You spend a lot of time on those feet, dancing around and stuff. You need to have good, strong quads, particularly for high heels. I'm sorry, fellas, this is more of a female focused lesson. But anyway, chair pose. So anyway, get into your mountain, feet, quads, core, hands, and then on an exhale, go ahead and sink into that chair. And then visually, take a look down. Make sure that your knees are over your ankles. Side view, you see how my knees are way too forward? So I'm gonna slide those knees back, but then that kind of like stuck my butt up a little bit, so it moved me up a little bit. So then I'm gonna try to sink a little bit more into that chair. Oops, the knees slipped forward again. So just kind of be mindful of that, of you're trying to get as low as you can, but not at the sacrifice of form. You wanna make sure these knees stay over the ankles. And if the knees aren't over the ankles, I'd say rethink that chair. Anyway, on an inhale, come on up. And because we're training today, getting ready for that homecoming, we're gonna do a second set of this. So on an exhale, go ahead and sink back into that chair. Be mindful to recheck those knees and get those knees over the ankles. Every time I slip and go into my chair, I redo my knees the wrong way. So I always want to look at them and make sure that I got those knees over the ankles. All right, and inhale, come on back up. We'll do a warrior series now. Inhale and arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Feet back to a plank. Let's do a quick half series. Plank, crocodile, up dog, down dog. And then let's take a big step forward, left foot. Starting with warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip that front hand and tilt up. All right, triangle, come back to warrior two, straighten the front knee, lean forward and tilt. All right, release, hands down towards the mat, into a lunge, foot back plank, quick half series, plank, crocodile, up dog, down dog. And now we're going forward with the other foot,
Probably right foot for most of you.
Coming on up, Warrior One. Warrior Two. Reverse Warrior. Back to Warrior Two. Triangle, straighten the front knee, lean forward, in tilt.
All right, release. Down to lunge, plank. One more half series, plank, crocodile, up dog, down dog. And then go down onto all fours, onto your butt. Bring your feet around for staff pose. Not sure why I put this one here in this place in the workout, but I did. So we're going to do a sitting spinal twist. And spinal twists are just great for relieving back pain. A night of high heels frequently will lead to back pain. So, sitting spinal twists always help. So starting from staff, go ahead, bring up the left foot. You could either leave it here or bring it over the knee. It's kind of a personal preference. Whichever leg is up, you lift the opposite arm up and twist towards that leg. Yeah, sure. That works too. And release. Other side, bringing up the other foot. Whatever you did with this foot, do the same thing on this side. Inhale the arm up, exhale, twist. And release. Back onto all fours. Back into your plank. Let's do one more half series. Plank, crocodile, up dog, down dog. And then walk or jump your feet up towards your hands for a forward fold. Reverse swan dive on up. And back to mountain for a balance pose. And today I actually have two balance poses for you. Very exciting. We're going to start with this tree pose though. Start with a good strong mountain. Feet, quads, core, hands. And then switch your weight. Start with the right foot. Once you got that weight on that right foot, go ahead and bring up that other foot to a place you're comfortable with. Ankle, calf, or maybe thigh. Avoid the knee. Once you got that base set, go ahead and bring the hands to heart center. Breathe. And you could either stay here, or you could grow some branches. And release.
back to your mountain. Spend a breath there, re-getting into it. Feet, quads, core, and hands. Then switching your weight to your other foot. Once you got all that weight on that foot, go ahead and bring up the other foot. Bring up that other foot to the exact same height that you did on the first side. Once you got the base, hands to heart center. If you grew branches the first season, grow branches this season. All right, and release. All right, second one is Warrior 3, which is one that's actually not in my repertoire to teach, but it's a good one for, once again, high heels. It's meant to restore your equilibrium. Anyway, Warrior 3. It's basically, it's kind of like you're doing the vertical T thing where you got your hands above your head, one leg's back, your other hands are pointing forward. You're trying to pull in, three directions. You're trying to keep this leg straight up off the ground. This leg, you're trying to push it back towards the back wall. Your hands and head are going to be stretching forward. So you're stretching in three different directions here. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead and get your balance onto one foot. Let's start with the right foot maybe. On an inhale, lift those arms up. On an exhale, tilt. Breathe. Hips. Try to keep their hips parallel to the ground. Leg straight, but with a micro bend. And release. All right, switching feet. Once you got that balance on that other foot, on an inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, tilt. And release. All right, down towards the mat. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, feet back, plank, down onto the knees. Find your child's pose. All right, come on out of child's pose. The next homecoming pose is this downward dog. You spend a lot of time with your, up on your toes in high heels. So this is just meant to help stretch that Achilles tendon. So downward dog. Be working on getting those heels flat to the ground. Ears between the biceps. Starfish hands to make it easier on you. You can also walk the feet a little bit to kind of individually stretch the calves. Kind of allows you to get a deeper stretch on each individual leg. All right, release. Back into child's pose. All right, and next is forearm plank. Go ahead and get into it. Trying to create that straight line. Ankle, knee, hip, shoulders, ears, all in one straight line. If you need to take a break, go ahead and take a break, but then get back into the pose. And then each time you do this pose, try to do it for a little bit longer. All right, release, back to child's pose. Okay, onto all fours, onto your butt, and bring your feet around for knees to chest. Remember, knees to chest is a comfort pose. Make any adjustments you need to find yourself in maximum comfort. All right, dead bug or happy baby. Let's get those calves pointing straight at the ceiling. Tailbone flat on the ground. And if you got the calves pointing at the ceiling and your tailbone's flat on the ground, you take it to the next level. Grabbing onto those big toes and holding it all together. But I'm still not there yet. I'm still at level 1, where I'm just trying to get the calves pointing at the ceiling and tailbone flat on the ground. And release back to knees to chest, back to comfort. All right, next one in the high heel category is supine spinal twist. Once again, just to relieve that back pain and pressure that you experienced for hours of high heel use. So let's go ahead and start by releasing the left leg. Left hand on that right knee, guide the right knee to the left. Right hand pointing to the right, eyes following hand to the right. Breathe. All right, back to knees to chest. Other side, this time you're going to release the right leg. Right hand on the left knee, guide that knee to the right. Left hand pointing to the left, eyes following hand to the left. And release back to knees to chest. And it's kind of, we're out of time, so let's go ahead into final relaxation. So good. Stretch those legs out. Let your feet open up to the side in relaxation. Allow your hands to come to rest alongside your body. And for the next couple minutes, try to find absolute motionlessness with both your mind and your body. Final relaxation. There was one pose left in the homecoming preparation, and that's legs up a wall, which I just don't have time to do legs up a wall today. But I strongly recommend, after your long evening of standing and dancing in those high heel shoes, when you get home, spend 15-20 minutes with legs up a wall. If you're there with friends, urge your friends to do legs up the wall with you. It will reduce the swelling in your feet. Make the next day much more enjoyable. All right, everybody, let's come on back. Aegon Gym, start by lifting up those knees, turning onto your side, using your arms to push you back up to sitting, and crisscross applesauce. Hey, I hope you have yourselves a great day. This is a great start to your week, homecoming week. Woo. Anyway, have yourselves a fantastic day. We will be doing a fitness day tomorrow. Rain is on schedule for the rest of this week, though, so be prepped to be running out in some form of precipitation. But we'll see. Anyway, have yourselves a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you very much. Namaste.